I know that it's not true, and I know that it's the lie of the enemy, and I know that most people out there probably feel the same way, and they are undiagnosed or don't even realize that they might have a disability or mental health challenge. I know that I just got off the phone with I call her my mom number one, and she's also like a mentor, auntie, all the things, and I may have a learning disability, and it has affected a lot of things in my life, relationships, work, you name it. I've always noticed that from when I was a young age that something was always off. I was always the last to finish. I was the one that said awkward or random things, and people would look at me sideways like, where did that come from? Or, no one ever picked me to be on the team. I was always picked last, or whatever the case may be. Even at my job, when I would try to understand certain things or keep up with whatever was being taught, it was like it wasn't as successful. I am in my 30s, and if I'm being transparent, all my life I felt like I was just stupid to a degree. And I guess I'm laughing because I'm trying not to cry again. Because I know that it's not true, and I know that it's the lie of the enemy, and I know that most people out there probably feel the same way, and they are undiagnosed or don't even realize that they might have a disability or mental health challenge. All this to say, I thank God that because I've been studying Romans chapter 8 and learning more about the layers of Jesus, and the more I'm learning about him, the more I'm learning more about myself. He's uncovering these things, and he knew now would be the right season for me to understand this. Today's word spoke about a lot of things, dealing with the heart and what drives your heart and the motives behind the decisions you make. And what do you lean toward? Do you lean toward the negative thinking and actions and the negative words that were spoken over you through your experiences and trauma, or do you lean toward the positive things and try to change the narrative? Anyway, I ended up meeting someone today. God told me to stay for both services because he knew I was trying to go home and eat kava. And I ended up meeting Jalika Smith. She is beautiful online as she is in person. And when I first saw her, it was on TikTok. And then eventually moved from that to the B. Simone interview, and hearing her story and seeing how authentic and true she is, transparent, honest, beautiful woman of God, she made me want to be myself when God has been telling me all this time, I brought you out here to come out of hiding. So here I am taking a step today. I don't know if I'll be consistent. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm trying my best to learn how to be consistent in certain things, but I want to try my best to give myself a challenge of being grateful and celebrating the little wins, even though I feel behind in a lot of ways. That, as my mentor said to me today, that you're on your own timeline. Stop comparing and thinking that you have to compete and be where everybody else is, right? So challenge one. I'll take a little win or acknowledge a little win as me being obedient. There was a family that I saw today, and Spirit of God told me to speak to them and give them some resources that I'm aware of for parents in general. And I was hesitant. I did it anyway. And it made me feel great, but it also, I felt like, put a smile on their faces as well. I'll take that little win, right? Anyway, today is going to be the first day that I'm acknowledging that I'm taking steps toward being exactly who God has called me to be and not who others have said I was. And even the negative things I've spoken to myself out of hurt, guilt, or rejection or pain, we're flipping the script. And I just thank God for that revelation and confirmation that I am who he says I am.